got me. She got you.
What's up, Coil Crew? Welcome to this week's video. My name is Spencer Vance. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, turn on your post notifications, leave a comment below to help us with the algorithm. And I'm really excited to talk today about snake bites, in particular reticulated python bites. A lot of people in the community don't like showing their snakes biting them or showing any kind of injuries from reticulated pythons. I don't want to sensationalize getting bit by any animal. At the end of the day, the human is typically the one that was in the wrong.
I've made a huge mistake.
Especially in the case of my first reticulated python bite, I was definitely in the wrong, aka user error was definitely me. So I was lucky enough to go visit Blake Stewart's amazing facility. I actually had the opportunity to hold close to 27 of his animals there at his facility. And guess what? Not a single one of those snakes were defensive towards me. You could tell that Blake puts a lot of time, love, and energy into his animals. And for someone like myself who's so passionate about caring for my animals and looking at someone that has inspired me, like Steve Irwin, who has educated the world about reptiles and animals in general, he's one that's taken his own significant snake bites along the way. I think it's important not to hide certain things that happen when we are keeping these animals, because at the end of the day, reticulated pythons need to be respected. They can pack a powerful bite, and so in terms of the damage they can cause to a human being, it can be significant. Now, I would argue that I would prefer to get bit by a reticulated python over something like a pit bull. And I learned a valuable lesson because, as I have mentioned, I held all 27 of his animals with no problem whatsoever. Now, in this case, he was snake sitting a 13-foot mainland reticulated python that did not want to be messed with. So as you can see from this footage, she's comfortable in her spot in his jungle gym. He's looking to bring her out, and we're both trying to get a better look at her. And this is where I went wrong. I could tell by the way that she was moving, and she had some twitchiness to her. She was also throwing some of her coils. I knew she wasn't in the best mood to be handled or dealt with. So as you can see, she's on top of this shelf. I'm going over there, I'm talking to Blake, and I can tell that it's not gonna be a good situation for me. So I actually go and try to duck under the shelf. And as I'm doing so, she tags me in the back of the neck, which at the time was actually pretty shocking. It didn't hurt that much, to be honest with you. It was a quick defensive strike. She didn't wrap me up or anything crazy like that. But it was a big learning lesson for me in terms of always respecting animals, especially animals that you've never handled before, you haven't raised before, and are simply not yours.
Yes, my first Retic bite, dude.
Really? It's your first one?
That's my first one. I haven't gotten tagged yet.
What animal to take it from, too?
And to be honest, I was happy that I was finally initiated, because every reticulated python keeper has been bit at one point or another. Blake has done an amazing job with his collection, and so I didn't experience that with his stuff. I personally have not been bit yet from any of my stuff as well. And I think that just goes to show the time and the energy and love you invest into your animals, the more you're going to understand their movements, their patterns, and their personalities. And once again, I took this as a learning experience. I'm not trying to sensationalize this experience or to monetize this experience, but I think it's important as a new reticulated python keeper myself to understand that these are large constrictors. They can pack a punch. Now, the animal that bit me was a 13-foot mainland reticulated python. There's a reason why I personally don't have 7 mainland reticulated pythons. I'm 6'2", 250 pounds. I'm a pretty capable and big guy. But from everything that I've personally experienced in handling giant constrictors, it's not something that I want to pursue with my own collection. Hence why bloodlines, genetics, feeding schedules, All these different things play into the size of your animal and also what you're trying to accomplish and focus on. For me personally, I want to focus on these smaller or medium-sized reticulated pythons. A lot of people call them super dwarfs or dwarfs, and those are marketing terms used within the industry that most people adopt. This was a great learning experience. I was 100% at fault, as I should have seen the warning signs as we were handling and as we were dealing with this large snake. And really the goal of this video was to show people that humans most of the time are at fault. We're taking these wild, beautiful, amazing creatures and bringing them into captivity. And really the purpose of all of this for me and myself is to educate and to help people understand the intricate role that these animals play in our world ecosystems. So hopefully you guys got a good laugh out of my bite. I know there's gonna be plenty more. But once again, I think it's important that we learn the warning signs and we respect these animals as we keep them. And I just want to say I'm so very grateful for the community that we've built here on this channel. It's so amazing to read the love and the support and the messages from each and every one of you. You know, to put my heart and my passion into these animals, into their setups, it is becoming such a big part of my life. And not only that, but becoming part of something larger than just myself. And that's the community that we're building. And that's really the direction I want to go with this channel, is to continue to provide amazing content so that all of you can continue to learn from my mistakes and we can all grow together. And I think that's something that is missing within our community, is growing together. There's a lot of new breeders out there that are in my same shoes, and a lot of them haven't taken a bite before. And I think it's important that we understand that these animals are so amazing and so intelligent. These are animals that need to be respected, but at the same time, we shouldn't fear them. There's a mutual respect and understanding that happens when we deal with these animals on a day-to-day basis, and especially when we raise them from hatchlings. There's a big reason why a large portion of my collection are hatchlings or young subadult animals. And that's so that I can understand them on a deeper level. I love my animals. I want to continue to grow my collection. I'm so incredibly grateful for each and every one of you. Once again, I hope you pulled something from this video to learn what not to do in terms of dealing with large constrictors. And that just comes with time and handling of your animals, and the investment that you put into them is everything that you get back out of them. Because at the end of the day, in my opinion, I truly believe that reticulated pythons are some of the most interesting snakes on the planet. And with that, Coiled Crew, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Once again, make sure you like, subscribe to our channel. We've got new content coming to you every Friday. Have a great day.